Behind the Curtain is a fan-made podcast based within the lore and universe of Five Nights at Freddy's, a video game franchise by Scott Cawthon. As such, we do not claim any ownership over a majority of concepts presented within the story. No profit is being made from the production of this podcast.
This thing on? Looks like it is. So, I've been working the night shift for a little less than a week now, and I've been noticing some strange quirks in the animatronics' behavior. It seems they all act differently from each other during this free roaming mode. I mean, they all have one goal, which is to get inside my office, but they attempt to do so in very different ways from each other. Being how I am, I've been writing down all of these differences for the past few nights, and I'm gonna read all of them out, as I also try to keep them out. To make sure I got everything right, and so I don't go unhinged from this deafening silence. First up is Bonnie. I know he's a fan favorite. Ollie really likes him. I think Max does too. Anyway, Bonnie's behavior is pretty straightforward. He's been the most active one since my first night. He's usually the first one to get off the stage and on the move. He'll sometimes hang out in the parts and service room and just look directly in the camera with his big, dead eyes. I don't know why he does that. Bonnie doesn't waste much time. He usually gets off the stage and heads directly towards my office, across the dining area. I'll never get used to barely being able to see him standing in the middle of the left hallway. Sometimes he likes to stand in the broom closet and just side-eye the camera. Why do we even have a camera there, anyway? Whatever. Bonnie only seems to go for the left hallway, which would be the right hallway for him. Whenever he gets to the outside of... Speak of the devil. Whenever he gets right outside the left doorway, he'll usually stay there for about 10 minutes. Sometimes it's much, much longer. If he's feeling like a bit of an asshole, and once he gets bored of terrorizing me, he'll go back to the dining area and the cycle continues. Next up is Chica. You know, I always thought it was kind of weird to include a chicken character in a band of otherwise all mammals. Chica would have been, I don't know, a deer or something. But whatever. She behaves similarly to Bonnie, except she usually heads down the right hallway. Chica's weirdest quirk in her behavior is her tendency to hang around the kitchen and just make noise. The kitchen's camera has no video feed, so I can only hear her when she's there. She seems to grab pots and pans and slam them together. I have no idea why she does this. Looks like Bonnie's gone. When Chica gets right outside the doorway, she likes to look at me through the window, with her gaping beak and empty stare. Yeah, Chica's pretty strange in general. Ah, looks like she's in the kitchen right now. At least I know where she is. Next up is Foxy the Pirate. Probably the one with the most unique behavior. You see, Foxy doesn't roam around the establishment like Chica and Bonnie do. Most of the time, he stays inside Pirate's Cove and waits, I guess? He sometimes peeks his head out of the curtain to look at the camera. Right. It seems I can keep Foxy in place if I look at him through the camera. I can't be wasting any power at this point in the week. So lately the only time I flip the camera pad is to look at Foxy and keep him still, which is absolutely necessary since, you know, if I let him get out, he'll make a beeline directly to my office and start banging on the door for God knows how long. Last but not least is Freddy. He's not all that popular, but he's my personal favorite. Probably because he reminds me so much of old Fredbear. I used to go to Fredbear's family diner all the time when I was little. I kind of miss the 70s, to be honest. Everything was so much simpler. Just a wholesome family diner run by a wholesome family man. Then the 80s came and everything went to shit. With what the spring-lock suits and employees bleeding out in the safe room and children getting their head bit off. And then the Fazbear rebrand after 83, right after the accident, which didn't help all that much, since just a few years after the rebrand, one of those new and improved animatronics fucking bit someone's frontal lobe off. God. Then the roaring 90s came, and now we're cleaning up the aftermath. Though, those kids' disappearances on company property a couple months ago weren't of any help. At least that's all cleared up already. And it wasn't directly Fazbear's fault. I actually have a Fredbear plushie. Limited edition, since, well, Fredbear isn't a thing anymore, but, you know. Sometimes I wonder how different things would be right now if the fatal incident of 83 simply never happened. Fredbears probably wouldn't have never even had the rebrand. It would still just be Fredbear and his best pal Spring Bonnie running their wholesome family diner, where fantasy and fun come to life for kids and grown-ups alike. Now with a bigger budget and less dead children. What was I talking about? I read off pretty badly this time. Oh, right. Freddy. Freddy barely did anything in the beginning of the week. I'm sure during the first 3 shifts he stayed on stage all night, so I don't know that much about how he behaves. Though, when he does move, I notice he tends to only stand on really dark spots, to the point where all you can see are his irises. He usually comes down the right hallway, like Chica does, but he doesn't really like standing right outside the door. Most of the time, he stands right at the end of the hallway, in view of Cam 4B. And I just have to play a fun little guessing game of every time he tries to get in. These night shifts are a fucking nightmare, and I haven't even been here for that long. It could be worse, I guess. And tonight has been pretty uneventful, which is nice. Guess I'll save some battery on this thing for now. So, I kind of forgot to give another update before my shift ended, mainly because this night was pretty uneventful for the most part. I mean, good for me, I guess. The hell was that? It's 6 a.m. The animatronic shouldn't be moving. Hello? Who's there? I think it's coming from the kitchen. Hello? Boo! Ollie! What the hell?
You're so on edge. You should have seen the look on your face. Priceless.
Very funny.
Anyways, I'm just here for the keys. How was your shift, by the way? Did any of the animatronics bite?
Listen, I need you to keep recording your shifts. I know you absolutely hate it, but I just need you to do this one thing for me.
Dude, you're overreacting. These tapes are fucking pointless.
Look, maybe you're right. Maybe there is nothing wrong. But on the off chance there is, just please? I won't ever ask you to do anything ever again, and you can pull whatever kind of pranks on me you want. Just please.
Fine, whatever. Record your stupid tapes.
Thank you. Oh, shit. I forgot to turn this off.